Hello there, this is Patricia from Pinky's World. This week I've started on my Christmas gift boxes. I just have a lot to do and I want to get started early, so I'm using the lovely wee stamp set that was available last year and it's back again this year, thankfully. It's a great wee one to have snowman season, and I'm going to use this wee one here. And I designed these boxes. It's the simple lovely wee box opener. We can all do these, but I designed this size specifically to be able to put like wee mittens or gloves or nice wee Christmassy socks and stuff for the grandkids more than adults. But I wanted to show you that yes, you can fit 6 tea light candles in there as well, or 2 of the bigger ones, or maybe 6 for a rosé or something, you know, if you want to go that way. But I've kept the design nice and bright and cheerful for youngsters. So as I said, that's the stamp set I'm using, and this time I'm going to go with Coastal Cabana colours. This is the lovely Poppy Parade from the Brights selection, and the Brights DSP in 6x6 is so sweet. It can be used for Christmas or any time, so I thought the red and white was lovely. The spotties, you know, and I did it on the bottom as well. And I kept the base white. You can also go with any colour. So what you need to get started with, just get my measurements here, keep me right. You need a piece of card, and I went with the heavy Whisper White, and it's 10 inches by 6.5. And we're just going to score it now. Get that bit over and done with. So on the long side, we're going to, oh, where's my doodah? Seem to have lost it. It's probably on the floor somewhere here. Of course. Put your tools back after you've finished. So we're going to score on the long side, which is 10 inches, at 1 inch, 4.5 inches, 5.5 inches, and 9 inches. And just spin it round, and we're going to go again at 1 inch and 5 inches. 5.5 inches. Thought that looked a bit desperate. And as you can see, there's a nice wee pocket for your tool. Just remember to use it. So we're going to do our scoring. Some people score when you've done your score line, they score towards it. I'll score away from it because I think it gives it a nicer ridge, you know, than going the other way. But I must try it the other way maybe sometime and see what it looks like. Comment below if you know a better way. So just do all your score lines very quick. And then we're going to do a wee bit of cutting. Simple cutting, but you know I hate this ridge here, so cut to the right hand side of the ridge for here. And then cut in with this wee one. And that just takes it all away. Same here, cut to the left. And cut in. Hope I'm not going out of the picture for you. Cut to the right of this one and in. So just keep doing that until you have them all. So when you have all those cut away, we're just going to cut a wee bit off the corner ones as well, just to stop them poking out. So the top and bottom. And that's all those done. Get rid of some rubbish here. So now we want to decorate it with our paper, and I have cut 2 pieces of DSP, and they both measure 4 3/8 by 3 2/8. No, not a nice measurement, but I mean, once you've cut, it's cut. You want to get a nice wee ridge around it. And I'm just going to add it using the Collal glue. And you could use either side of that, because that really looks nearly like a snowstorm, doesn't it, on the other side? and one at the bottom. And you don't necessarily have to decorate the bottom, it's entirely up to yourself. So I'm going to turn that around so they're both sort of going in one direction. And now we'll just make up our boxes. So we're going to make this the bottom. So I'm going to put these two in first. Just using the tomboy glue. I'm just pushing them up so that I can see that the corners are nice. Nothing's sticking out where it shouldn't be. And then we'll do these two. These boxes are just perfect if you have a lot of wee gifts to make. They're so perfect, so quick. They really are the best design for this time of the year, I think. Nothing too complicated. So again, just line them up. And then our top one is going to close in with these two. But before we do that, I want to actually cut a wee opener for that, just to make it easier for the person to pop it open. I'm using 1.5 inch. Don't think it's still available, but you can use any size at all, just don't go in too far. Center it between the two sections and just chop off a bit, just to give you that nice wee opening. So back to putting our glue on. So we want to actually close this down so that your two sides pop in and then push that up, and that gives you a nice finish there. Same on this side, pop it all so it's all nicely taken. Just press it down and you get a lovely fit for your box. So now we want to decorate it. And for that I'm going to punch a 2-inch circle out of the Whisper White. Ordinary Whisper White will do, you don't need to waste your heavy stuff. And we want a 2¼ inch circle of the Coastal Cabana. And you also need a strip for your sentiment, which measures 7/8 of an inch by, so long as it's long enough for your sentiment. I'm using the Merry Christmas, and it's just going to go across here. So put yourself a strip long enough for the two pieces. So now we're going to stamp him in Memento. And these bits won't stamp because I've made it 2 inches, so just decide where you want it yourself. And stamp it down. So you just want to add the tiniest wee bit of colour to him. And I'm just using light Pool Party. I'm just going down the sides where the shadows would be. Same here. I can bring that across the ridge. Colour in this. Just very little colour. You can add colour up here if you want. Don't really see it, so I don't think it's worth your while. I'm going to go in with Wink of Stella and just spread it about. So he's nice and sparkly. You could give him some rosy cheeks there if you fancied. Just adding a wee drop to those snowflakes. And then I'm doing the ground. You could be really great and go in there and do clouds, snowy clouds and everything. if you really wanted to add to it. Just going to go in with a little bit of light light Calypso coral for his nose. So we now want to add that to our circle, and I'm just putting it in flat because I want to punch a hole to pop the string through, the baker's twine. And I'm using this lovely baker's twine here. I need to get my pen. So it's from the Flowers for Every Season, and it's lovely, and it's got a bit of the misty moonlight through it, and white and a sparkle. So perfect for Christmas. So I've just punched a wee hole and I'll cut a bit. That length should be enough. I'm just going to thread it through the front and pull it over so it's looped, and then just simply tie it in a wee bow. I'm not actually using the thread, it's only there for decoration. It's not holding the tag or anything. So play about with that till you get it sitting nice. Does add a nice wee bit of sparkle. So we're just putting some dimensionals on the back of that. One will probably do the job. I'll just park it over here. And then we're going to stamp our words, which is Merry Christmas with the Coastal Cabana. Be upside down here. So just sort of center it between that. And then we're just going to chop it. So I'm chopping it off the end, and I'm chopping it in the middle too. It's a big sentiment, so and we're just going to stick it to some of this. Just going to pop it on the edge of this one. This one right beside, and then we'll cut them both at the one time. Just leave a wee space to cut between, like so. And then I'm just going to pop it in here. That good glue allows you to shimmy about till you're happy. So just leave yourself a wee bit at the end there. And you can chop it up again. A wee bit too close, but if you're lucky, you can still shift it. And this one needs a trim. Oops, so you've got Happy Christmas. And again, you want to stick it on with some dimensionals. Now, wouldn't that be quick and easy to make up for your wee grandkids or kids? Whatever, you know, for the wee extras that you put onto the tree. Maybe your socks and money popped in, or tickets to somewhere if ever we get out again. But I love giving the wee quirky socks at Christmas time because it's a wee bit of fun. Even for the adults, they all like them. And they would just fit in here perfectly. Get my dimensionals off here. Oops. So just laying your Christmas up at the bottom-ish and your Mary above it. So you can see that would work beautifully in any of those colours. Christmas isn't always red and white or blue and white. You can go with any colour. There you go. I'm really pleased with them. I'm definitely going to be making more of these because I have about, I'd say, maybe 8 to do in total. So that's why I chose this wee box. So there's 2 down, 6 to go. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you'll give it a wee go. And if you do, let me see it. I'd love to see what you are making. Thanks for watching now, and I'll catch you all next week. Bye.